This video is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Dani here with another video tutorial. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to crochet this beautiful mug rug or coaster, however you wanna call it. I think mug rugs are just a little bit bigger than coasters, but maybe this pattern will look a little bit familiar. It is the Riverbed pattern that we have used for this mug rug, and it is such a beautiful and quick project. The main reason for this mug rug and what it makes it super special is the pom-pom edging. We're using this pom-pom edging to create this beautiful piece that you can display in your home and use it every single day. You can also use the exact same pattern that we use for the Riverbed blanket, but in a mini version to make also a mug rug or a coaster. The color combinations are endless and I'm so excited to share this pattern with you guys. But before we get into today's video, I do have to give a huge shout out to today's sponsored BetterHelp. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and give you helpful and unbiased advice. First, you go to their website. You can use the link that I'm gonna leave here on the screen, which is betterhelp.com/cjdesign, or you can also click the link in the description below. You answer only a few questions and BetterHelp will match you to a professional who has years of experience helping people with struggles just like yours and mine. You can do it all from your phone or computer via phone call or messaging, whatever is easier and most comfortable for you. The great thing is that you will be matched to a therapist, usually within 48 hours, which is pretty quick, and you can start your therapy as soon as possible. Let BetterHelp connect you to a therapist that can support you all from the comfort of your own home. So visit betterhelp.com/cjdesign or choose CJ Design during sign up and enjoy a special discount on your first month. And now, without further ado, let's get into the tutorial.
In this video, I'm gonna be showing you how to make the pom-pom border. I have the two mug rugs that I did in here. This one, it's pretty much the mini version of the blanket. It is literally a mini version of the blanket with the same border, and I think it looks so cute as a mug rug. And then on this side, we have the pom-pom border, which is super cute, and that's the one I'm gonna be teaching you today. The one on the left, I did the color sequence a little bit different, each row with a different color, which I like better for this small project than the color sequence that I did on the blanket. For this video, we're going to be making the same thing as this one row with a different color. I think it looks so cute. And then for the pom-poms, because it is a mug rug, I don't want the pom-poms to be super far from the actual mug rug. And in here, I did 3 chains and then the pom-pom 3 chains. But I think now I want to do 2. I just want you to know that that's something that you can always change and modify. If you make more chains, you'll get the pom-pom a little bit further away from your project. And if you do less, it's going to be a little bit closer. So I think I want to do that now a little bit closer so they don't look like all over the place like in this one. And before we get into the pattern, I want you to know that the pattern itself for the mug rug, it's going to be on my blog. I'm not going to be showing it in here because it's the exact same pattern that we use for the Riverbed blanket, and in that video we made a small swatch as well, so you can check that video if you feel like you need a little reminder. But if not, you have the written instructions and the diagram on how to make the mug rug on my blog, and in here we're going to be covering the border only. I have in here my rectangle or my square. It's a little bit bigger than a square. The first thing that we need to do when we are done with our square, whichever pattern you're using, it's making a simple border as a base for your border. This is kind of like the basics for any kind of border that you're making. So in this case, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do half double crochet. I like doing half double crochet, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to make 1/2 double crochet per each stitch available all the way around my square. Once I get to the corner, I always like making 1 double crochet, chain 2, and then another 1/2 double crochet in the same space. Then on the side in here, I'm going to be placing 2 1/2 double crochets in each row, and then 1 1/2 double crochet in the row that has this single crochet. So in this pattern, all of my rows have the double crochet except for one row. So in each row of the double crochet, I'm going to be making 2 1/2 double crochet. I would make more, but it looks too wide. My square starts to get too wide when I put too many stitches in here. I usually do 3, but again, it's starting to look a little bit wide, so I'd rather keep it at 2, and that way it'll look nice and square or rectangle. So I have my 2, and then I'm gonna continue doing this all the way around my rectangle, keeping the corners as they should go. And when we get all the way around, then we can go on the pom-pom round. Now we're done with our rectangle. The first thing that I want you to know is to keep in mind that we're using cotton yarn, and cotton is always a little bit more stiff than other softer materials. So your pom-poms might look a little bit more stiff than if you were using acrylic or any other softer yarn. Okay, so once we have our round of 1/2 double crochets or single crochet, whichever the stitch is that the one you're using, we're gonna begin with the pom-poms, which is super fun. And again, as I mentioned at the beginning, you could do 3 chains to make the pom-pom be a little bit more separated from the body, but I want them a little bit closer, so I'm gonna do 2 chains instead. So I'm gonna begin right away in here at the beginning of the round, and I'm going to chain 2. This will be the chain space that I'm gonna have in between my pom-poms. Now I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna place my finger in the 3rd chain from the hook, so we have 1, 2, 3 in here, and in this chain we're going to make a cluster. So we yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 1. We're gonna do it again. That's 2 again. That's 3. The more you do it, the more round and bigger your pom-pom will be. So I think I'm gonna keep it at 3 and see how that goes. So then we close our cluster and we chain very tight just to close it. We're going to chain 2, and in the base of the cluster in here, right there, we're going to make another cluster. So we go 1, 2, and 3. When you're done, close, chain to close really tight, and then we're gonna close in here to form our pom-pom. So we're gonna insert our hook, not right in this big space we have in here, because that's gonna make it look floppy. We're gonna insert our hook in the space under in here, and we're going to slip stitch in here just to close that pom-pom and pull it tight so it's nice and tight. Now we have our pom-pom fully made, and again, this will look different depending of the yarn, the type of yarn that you're using. So now I'm gonna chain 2, and I'm gonna skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th I'm going to insert and slip stitch just like that. Now we're gonna do it again. I'm gonna show you one more time. we're going to chain 2. This would be for the base. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. In the third chain from the hook, you're going to make your cluster. 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over, pull through all the loops and make a chain, very tight chain. Now chain 2, go here on the top of the cluster, insert, or try to insert there, and we're going to make the next cluster. 1, 2, 3, pull through all the loops, a chain, very tight chain, and we close our pom-pom and we slip stitch to make sure it's nice and close, and chain 2, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and in the fourth chain insert and slip stitch. And this is how our pom-poms are looking like. Again, they will look different depending on the material that you're using. And as you can see, I really like 2 chains better than 3, at least for this project. For other projects, having the 3 chains in here will be beneficial, will be better, will the pom-poms look nicer. I just thought I'd try 2 for this one, and I really like it. So I'm gonna continue doing this until I get to the corner, and we're gonna see how it is when we get to the corner. Okay, so I am right here at the corner. I need to slip stitch in here, and it happened that I'm right at the corner, but sometimes this is not going to happen, and that's why it's very important, especially in small projects. In big projects, I would recommend you to just make some stitches, because sometimes the stitches around the blanket, let's say, it's not gonna be exact for the border that we want, and so we always have to make one or maybe take a stitch or 2 to make it work. So in here I happen to be right in the corner, so I have my slip stitch in here, and then I'm going to chain the 2, and then 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, close with the chain, and then 1, 2, on top of the stitch, do it again, 1, 2, and 3, close with the chain, go down and close with the slip stitch. Now I'm going to chain 2, and I'm gonna count 4. So I have 2 chains in here, I know that. I have 1 in here, 2 chains, so 3, 4. So the 4th in here, I'm going to slip stitch, and like I said, it fits right in here on the corner, so that's really good. And what happened if it didn't fall here exactly like this? I would probably make the chains a teeny tiny bit longer, so it kind of like doesn't pull that much, and I can have my stitch in here. If I would have to, if I had one more stitch in here, I would probably have done 1 extra chain just for the corner stitch, and then I would continue. But that's something that you're gonna just have to do as you go, and depending on the project that you're making. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. It was really fun to make, and making these pom-poms, it's really satisfying. Again, you can use this border to make pretty much anything, or to decorate pretty much anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If so, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, leave your comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.